Hello and good morning to you. Good morning. I am just so happy to get into this Monday morning and to get this thing to turn on. If this is your first time joining one of my live broadcasts, my name is Stephen A. Hart. I am a podcaster, a marketer, a brand strategist, entrepreneur, hashtag self-labeled best dad ever, and so much more. And today, I typically do these live streams every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings at 8 a.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time, and invite you to join us on our lives each and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Listen, today is a first. Today is a day where, for whatever reason, I have spent the last 15 minutes struggling to turn on the video. I could not get my camera to be enabled. For whatever reason, StreamYard is not playing nice today. And so I have decided to go live anyway. And to defy what StreamYard wants me to do and pass on my live stream for today. So we are going to start the day off, right? We are going to get around these obstacles. And I'm an OG podcaster, so I'm used to you not seeing my face live in the mornings. By the way, good morning to those of you joining us. Good morning, Annette. Good morning, Ralston. Appreciate you guys hopping in. The show must go on, as Annette says. I will be honest, this is probably going to be the last week that I'm going to be doing some live streams for a few weeks. I've been challenged in this summer period with the kids, but my dad comes back. My dad's been recovering from a couple strokes, and he returns to us this weekend. So I'm going to be spending some time with him over the coming couple weeks, and so we'll definitely be back live. I will still likely try to do something that's more like what I did in our summer masterclass series, where I'll do some replays of some short clips from some of our past episodes, from our archives. For our Friday episodes, but I'm probably going to take a break from the Monday and Wednesday lives in the weeks to come, and maybe the next couple weeks through the end of July. But listen, today I just thought, I've been going through from the beginning of this year. I've been actively engaged in updating a course that I started building some 3+ years ago, called the brand. Today it's gone through so many different iterations of, and today we have opened the cart once again for another iteration of this personal branding course. The program's called Brand in Demand. It's an online self-paced personal branding course designed to help leaders and entrepreneurs build an amazing personal brand that's authentic, impactful, relatable, and most importantly, profitable. And I began working on this course, like I said, back in 2018. And, I was busy, right? I had no business really giving thought. This is an idea that that I wrote down, that I started fleshing out on paper, but being working a full-time marketing job, having a top-rated podcast at the time, having 2 crumbsnatchers to raise, just being incredibly busy, life made it difficult for me to just jump on that idea as quickly as I truly wanted to. And so it took time. It took a good bit of time for me to get to the place where, we could put this program together. But this morning, I thought, I would share first off, the program is now live. We have opened our cart yet another time for the program. And so through the course of this week, the cart is open. I invite you to hop on over and learn more about what's involved in this iteration of the program. I firmly believe that every leader, every entrepreneur needs to be thinking about how they upskill, how they level up their personal brand in this season. Post-pandemic, we are all needing to make sure that our online presence, our digital footprint is rock solid and that we stand out from the crowd, right? Someone, as I said here, someone's Googling you, and the results they'll find will leave them more or less inclined to do business with you, to partner with you, or to hire you. So how did this come about, right? How did I get to the place where, I was able to launch the course? So back in 2018, I was blessed to have interviewed the amazing Nicole Walters on our show. Nicole then became sort of a mentor to me. She's the creator of an amazing program herself, several programs, but she helped me to walk through and coached me through the process to develop that first iteration of the course way back in 2018. Sounds so long ago, right? But listen, since then, I've had so many versions of or iterations of our course. We've done, the beta. We've done different cycles of the course. Recently did a boot camp, and today, we initially started as Brand New Academy, and, we've moved through to where we are today. And what this process allowed me to do, in beta back, like I said, back in the summer of 2018, made a decision to run a beta version of the course. At that point, I was, coaching and offering up services. Now, listen, as I said before, I work a full-time job. I'm very busy. So, as the work, as I moved up in my work world within marketing, it became harder and harder for me to commit to one-on-one services, right? I didn't want to be in a project for several months with one client. I wanted to help a good many people. And what I was seeing was that, there are a number of people that would approach me about being on the podcast, about wanting to be a featured guest on the podcast. Or I was meeting quite a number of people while I was out and about networking at different events. And I would think, oh, this person would be an amazing guest for the show. And more times than not, I would Google them. And what came up either left me indifferent, or I found nothing. And so, this light bulb moment went off. I'm a brand strategist. I'm a marketer. I was doing this work for myself, for my podcast. I've done the work for many others in the past, but I really wanted to create, a solution for these people, because I'm talking about amazing trailblazers who I would have gladly had on the podcast, but they had no digital footprint. In many cases, they didn't have a social media presence. and they were lacking this opportunity to access media, to be able to tell their story, to be able to amplify their own platforms, their own offerings, whether they were in the corporate world or they were running their own side hustle or they were a full-time entrepreneur and business owner. And so I said, hey, let me go ahead and give thought to how we could create this branding program. And it took time. It took, it took time on the clock of me going through the beta version of the course, working with dozens of professionals. But over time, what ended up happening was we reverse engineered a process, which is now called the Trailblazers method. And the Trailblazers method is today the process that we walk all our students through in our brand in demand program. And, it's not just about building a personal brand. It's about building a brand that is in demand, right? You want to be the person who is accessing more and better opportunities for yourself. You want to be very clear about your purpose, about your vision, about who it is that you're serving, and have great clarity about what you are focused on. And so that's the first stage of our program, is helping you to get clear on all of these elements, right? It said that only 25% of the people here in America have clarity of their purpose, of their life's purpose, what it is that they're pursuing. That's sad to me, right? I wish that more people had clarity about why they woke up each and every day and what it is, where it is that they're trying to guide their ship, and what they're trying to do today, tomorrow, and the next day, right? And also who it is that they're serving. And so, once you have clarity on these elements, then and only then can you move on to the second stage of the program, where you're framing your brand. You're clarifying your message. Listen, if you don't have a clear message, I always say, if you confuse, you lose. You have to clarify your message so that your customers and those who you're trying to serve will actually listen. You have to be able to define your identity and develop a cohesive and consistent visual brand. Your colors, your fonts, your logos, your graphics, your photography, all of that and more is wrapped up in your brand identity. And when you have your message and your identity laid out, then you can begin to develop your own personal online website and make sure that all those elements are consistently laid out across all of your online presence, your social media, your email signatures, the videos that you'd create, and so on. And from there, we move into the third stage of our program, where we help you to now begin to create content, engaging and meaningful content that serves your tribe, serves the people who you want to impact most. We'll teach you how to market your offering to the world to generate attention and awareness. And here's the key piece: to create multiple streams of income. I wish I could be on video right now to emphasize how important step 12 is to me. Building wealth and creating a lasting legacy. Listen, I've said this on live stream. I've said this on the podcast many times over, but there is a statistic that came clear in a research study done by the Institute for Policy Studies and Policy Now. It says if nothing changes, and this was pre-pandemic, nothing changes, Black median household wealth will hit zero by the year 2053. Latino median household wealth will hit zero by the year 2073. We are trending towards zero wealth, which means we leave nothing behind for the next generation. I am wanting to do my part to change that trajectory. And so I am hoping that this program will teach you how to stand apart from the crowd, how to, build something that lasts. I say a legacy are the seeds you plant in a garden you likely will never see. I want this program to be one that helps you to create that legacy, to create that lasting legacy for the generations to come. So I, have created this program, and I encourage you today. I'm gonna cut it short today and hopefully fix this video for Wednesday. But if you've not yet done so, I invite you to hop on over to or page over at brandindemand.co, brandindemand.co, and learn more about this offering of the program. We're only accepting 30 people into this cohort of the course. It is a self-paced online course, but for the first 4 to 6 weeks, actually, I should correct myself. For the first 6 to 8 weeks, we're going to be very active in helping you through the program, but you'll have lifetime access to the course following that. So that said, I'll play a little teaser from the video that's shown here, and we'll wrap up for today. But hope you have a great week. Hope this is the beginning of a fantastic week for you, and I'll look forward to connecting with you again on Wednesday. Have a great day.
I've got some great news to share. The cart for the Brand in Demand course is now open, and we are accepting new students right now. Listen, someone is Googling you, and the results they'll find will leave them either more or less inclined to do business with you, to partner with you, or to hire you. It's time that you began doing the work to intentionally design your very own amazing personal brand and a digital footprint that is authentic, relatable, impactful, and provides you multiple streams of income. Now, lately, there's been so much buzz around professionals and leaders who are quitting their job with a goal to start their own business. Maybe you're the one that's giving thought to doing the same, and who can blame you, right? You've likely spent your life getting a great education and invested years pursuing a successful career, and yet you're still unable to secure the income and the elusive seat at the table that you've given your blood, sweat, and tears for. I've spoken with so many of you who are stressed and frustrated, knowing that you're just not living your life to its fullest potential. You've not been walking in your purpose and pursuing your heart's desire. But I think there's a bigger problem. I think that most leaders and working professionals think that you can pursue only one track. You must either have a full-time corporate job, or you must jump into a full-time business of your own. And I want you and everyone watching to know that you can, and you probably should, explore a path that doesn't limit you to just one option. In fact, I'm encouraging you to do a hybrid of both. And while you're gainfully employed with that paycheck, the insurance, the health benefits, and so on, begin to use your time outside of work to pursue those other things that you want. And it'll slowly and steadily begin to provide you more opportunities with far less risk